What if I told you that one simple practice could completely transform how you experience life? I'm talking about gratitude, real, intentional, God-focused thanksgiving. Psalm chapter 100 verse 4 says, "Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name." This isn't just about being polite or positive. This is about how you approach God and how you experience his presence in your daily life. Notice what this verse says. You enter his gates with thanksgiving. Thanksgiving isn't something you do after you feel close to God. It's how you get close to God. It's the doorway. Think about that for a second. When you approach God with complaints, with demands, with a list of everything that's wrong, you're focused on your problems. But when you come with thanksgiving, you're focused on his character, his faithfulness, his goodness. And that shift in focus changes everything. Here's what most people miss about gratitude. It's not about denying reality or pretending life is perfect. It's about choosing to see the whole picture instead of just the problems. Yes, life has challenges, but it also has countless evidences of God's provision, protection, and presence. The problem is, we're wired to notice what's wrong. It's a survival mechanism. Our brains are designed to scan for threats, for problems, for what needs to be fixed. And if we're not intentional, that becomes our default way of experiencing life. But gratitude rewires that default setting. When you practice thanksgiving, when you make it a habit to recognize and acknowledge God's goodness, you start seeing things you were missing before. You notice the small blessings, the answered prayers you almost overlooked, the ways God showed up that you would have taken for granted. And here's the beautiful part. The more you notice, the more you have to be grateful for. Gratitude creates a cycle that multiplies itself. This is why the psalmist connects thanksgiving with entering God's presence. Because when you're grateful, you're acknowledging who God is and what he's done. You're recognizing his character. You're remembering his faithfulness. And that awareness of who God is naturally draws you into deeper relationship with him. Gratitude isn't just good for your mental health, though it is. It's not just about being positive, though it helps. Gratitude is fundamentally about knowing God more fully and experiencing his presence more deeply. And here's what you need to understand about God's character. He's not like us. He doesn't withhold relationship until you've got your act together. He invites you in, right now, just as you are. And thanksgiving is the way you accept that invitation. When you give thanks, you're saying, God, I see you. I recognize you're good. I trust that you're at work even when I can't see the full picture. That kind of faith-filled gratitude opens the door to experiencing God's presence in powerful ways. So the question isn't whether you have things to be grateful for. You absolutely do. The question is whether you're taking the time to notice them and thank God for them. Here's your one thought to hold on to today. Thanksgiving isn't about your circumstances. It's about God's character. No matter what you're facing right now, God is still good. He's still faithful. He's still present. And when you enter his gates with thanksgiving, acknowledging those truths, you position yourself to experience his presence in a way that sustains you through anything. Father, thank you for who you are. Thank you for your constant faithfulness, for your unfailing love, for your presence that never leaves us. Help us develop hearts that overflow with gratitude. Open our eyes to see the countless ways you show up in our lives every single day. Teach us to enter your presence with thanksgiving, not because life is perfect, but because you are. In Jesus' name, amen. Thanks for being here. Subscribe if you want more of these quick spiritual boosts, and I'll see you next time.